my eyes fell on an advert for a UWC, University of the Western Cape program. And it said, heroes needed, looking for sperm donors to drive and aid in scientific research. Samples needed to aid in basic scientific research on sperm function and clinic use. It's a comparative spermatology laboratory research. It's completely anonymous and just for research purposes. So what are they trying to do? The University of the Western Cape's Comparative Spermatology Lab, looking for donors for scientific research. So let me speak this morning to Liana Maree, Associate Professor in the Comparative Spermatology Laboratory at UWC. Good morning, Liana. Really appreciate your time. What would the samples be used for? There is a disclaimer. This is not for any form of fertilization function. This is simply just to research sperm function generally in South African men. What are you looking for?
Good morning, Lester, and good morning to the listeners. Yes, we've got a laboratory at the University of the Western Cape, Department of Medical Bioscience, where we focus on spermatology research. And to be able to do that, we obviously need samples, as in any other research project. So for our projects, we try and use donor semen to then do experiments on to try and find out for different research projects what is the treatment actually doing to sperm, and trying to relate that then to fertility issues that we have on the male side.
A quick diagnosis on our levels of fertility in South Africa, and for lack of a better word, the strength of the South African male spermatozoa.
Yes. So this is a quite interesting stats that we have currently. I think worldwide there's about 15% of couples struggle to fall pregnant. And for those 15%, 50% is a male factor and 50% is a female factor. And the male factor of that 30% is just male factor. It's not a combination with the female. For many years, it was seen that, or there's a concept out there, or a non-truth, that it's only a female problem. But actually now, in the last couple of years, we have now trying to make people more aware of the fact that males also can contribute to infertility. And in many cases, the fertility problem is unexplained. So we're not sure what is the problem with the fertility issue. But bringing it more closer to South Africa, the recent stats show that actually 1 in 4 couples struggle to fall pregnant. And that 40% is due to male fertility issues. And the main issue is poor sperm quality.
And is that a form of environment? Is that a form of genetics? Or is it also a consequence of maybe a modern lifestyle? And that's what you're also partially trying to find out with this drive, asking for donors.
Yes, exactly. So there is quite a number of factors that could be related to fertility issues. Some will be genetic, some could be due to illness, but I think nowadays people are trying to focus and, like I said, create more awareness about the fact that lifestyle factors is a big contributor to the fertility issues we're currently facing. And that could be due to just people taking too much alcohol, smoking, things like diabetes could affect it. Certain lifestyle illnesses can have an effect. But also we see that there is all these environmental contaminants that is having an influence on our, not just the reproduction, on many systems in the body, but definitely also on reproduction. And we're currently actually investigating some of these contaminants that was found in our marine environment to see what is the effect of these on sperm and to relate it then to fertility issues as well.
It's an open call for participants. Participants are paid 150 rand. You operate on a campus with plenty of young and hopefully healthy young men. But are you looking for a broad range of participants? Younger men, older men, men with various lifestyles, sporty men,
Yes.
couch potato men, all types of samples will be needed.
Yes. So for our studies, we try and focus on healthy young males, just to make it easier to eliminate all the other maybe secondary factors. So normally we don't advertise outside the campus. So we normally just distribute little flyers on campus to see if we have interested donors, and that is then obviously signed off and ethically approved by our ethics committees. But we are trying to just, for current studies, we are not looking at specific participants that fall into categories where they have certain lifestyle conditions. We're trying to focus on healthy male donors. So they do have to fill in a questionnaire asking them a bit about their background, their history, and if they are have certain lifestyle things that they join in, like do they drink, do they smoke, how much exercise do they do. So we just have a basic background to make sure that the samples that we collect is not affected by too many secondary factors. And then we don't so male, just to be more detail about the sperm sample itself, human male semen samples are very heterogeneous. So we work with quite a variety of samples eventually, because every male semen sample look different, even from 1 month to the next month. It can look quite different.
Yeah.
But you're trying to incorporate as many different ones as possible, yes.
There is. I'm fascinated in terms of the ethical considerations on paying for whether blood plasma or whether it is for sperm, because it creates then an economy of people donating, not necessarily out of particular altruistic motive, but for a financial incentive. You are paying participants in this particular program. Talk to me about some of the ethical considerations that you have taken on board to say, look, we will pay people for a sample, but then how do you also then prevent repeat donors who simply have found this is a nice way to make money, Liana?
Yes, I think that is maybe an issue for many, but it's not unique to us. I mean, people get paid all over the world for semen samples. It's not like we are trying to do something different or unique here. People get paid quite a lot overseas for samples for research. So it's not so much to compensate the donor. We try and compensate them for the fact that they have to come to campus, that they have to then take time off to bring the sample to campus. So it's more not like we're saying we're trading your sample for money for that reason. It's more just like a compensation for the effort that you had to make to bring the sample to us.
Okay.
And yes, I think that's just one of the incentives to get samples. It is quite difficult to get samples from donors, and that's why we try and keep it sort of on campus, because I think people, students on campus and even the public out there, they understand what research is about and why it is important to have samples to work with. But I mean, anybody can sign up for a donor program at a fertility clinic and get paid for their samples, even females. It's not just a male thing.
I find it absolutely fascinating. But thank you so much for your time, Professor Liana Maree, who's in the Comparative Spermatology Laboratory at the University of the Western Cape, currently undergoing a program they're calling on donors for research into South African male fertility. I'm sure, Liana, you're still on the line. How do people get in touch if they want to be in touch with you?
Yes, so I think for now we have the program that's launched, but they're welcome to contact me at the university on my email address. That's if anybody is interested
Go
in our
ahead.
research. All right, so it's just Lmaree, Lmaree, at uwc.ac.za.
AC.za. Professor, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.